Hi friends, today we will study on the topic matter in our surroundings. What is matter? Anything which occupies space and has mass is known as matter. Classification based on physical properties, solid, liquid, gas. Based on chemical properties, elements, compounds and mixture. Properties of solid, liquid and gas. Solid has fixed shape and fixed volume. Liquid not fixed shape have a fixed volume. Gas is neither a fixed shape nor a fixed volume. Solid has least compressible. Liquid cannot be compressed much. Gases can be compressed easily. Solid, high densities. Liquid have moderate to high densities. Gases, very low densities. Liquids do not fill their container completely. Liquid do not fill their container completely. Gases fill their container completely. Solids cannot flow and can flow after their melting point. Liquid flow easily. Gases can also flow easily. Arrangement of particles in solid, liquid and gas. Solid, liquid and gas. Intermolecular space in solid is minimum, in liquid a little more and in gas max. Intermolecular force of attraction in solid strongest, in liquid less strong and in gas negligible. Kinetic energy of particles solid minimum, in liquid more and in gas max. Brownian motion, the random motion of visible particles caused by the much smaller invisible particles. Diffusion, the separating out of and mixture of an substance with another substance due to the motion of its particles is called diffusion. Rate of diffusion depend on temperature. Diffusion tells us that particles of matter are constantly moving. Examples of diffusion. Smells of food being cooked reaches us even from a considerable distance. The fragrance of burning increased stick spreads all around due to the diffusion of its smoke into the air. The smell of perfume spreads due to diffusion of perfume vapors. The spreading of ink in water is due to diffusion of ink particles in water. Writing on blackboard with chalk. Now temperature. The degree of hotness of coldness is called temperature. Scales degree Celsius, Kelvin. Changes of state of matter by two ways. By changing the temperature and by changing the pressure. Effects of change of temperature. Melting. The process of changing solid into liquid is fusion. Melting point, the temperature at which a solid melts and changes to a liquid at atmospheric pressure. Higher the melting point of the solid, greater will be the force of attraction between its particles. Boiling, the process of changing liquid into a gas on heating is known as boiling. Boiling point, the temperature at which a liquid boils and changes into a gas rapidly on heating is known as boiling point. Condensation. We all know about the condensation, the process of changing a gas or vapor to a liquid by cooling. Condensation is the reverse of boiling, vaporization. Freezing means solidification, the process of changing a liquid into a solid. Freezing is the reverse of melting. Latent heat, the heat energy which has to be supplied to change the state of substance. Now important part. Latent heat does not cause a rise in the temperature of a substance because the latent heat which we supply is used up in the overcoming of forces of attraction between the particles of a substance during the change of state. Latent heat is of two types. Latent heat of fusion. The latent heat of fusion of solid is the quantity of heat in joules required can convert 1 kg of solid to liquid without any changes in temperature. Latent heat of vaporization. The latent heat of vaporization of a liquid is the quantity of heat in joules required to convert 1 kg of the liquid at its boiling point to vapor or gas without any change in temperature. Sublimation. The process of changing of solid directly into vapor on heating and vapors into solid on cooling is known as sublimation. Important. Gases can be liquefied by applying process and lowering temperature. Liquid oxygen is blue in color. Solid CO2 is called dry ice, used in deep freezers and ice cream container. Evaporation, the process of change of liquid into vapor even below its boiling point, is called evaporation. Factors affect evaporation are of 4 types: what? Temperature, surface area, humidity, and wind speed. Evaporation causes cooling. It takes latent heat of vaporization to more state of matter. Plasma. Inside the stars, the temperature is so high that atoms be up in force attraction of ions. The mixture is called plasma. Phase effect condensate. This state is achieved by cooling a gas of extremely low densities, 1 upon 1 lakh densities of molar of air, to super low temperature. Thank you friends. I think you like the video. If you like the video, please subscribe. Thank you for watching the video.